We think of indicators as really the signs and the opening to looking at how we organize experience, how a person organizes experience based on their past experiences and based on their predictions of what will happen, which are all based on our past experiences. So our beliefs are the ways we've made meaning of what's happened to us in the past. And some of them are somewhat accurate, but they're too general. They're overgeneralized. So if a person has had the experience of being hurt by people in life, they may have a very general idea that they're not safe. It can be that general. Life is not a safe place to be. I remember walking down the street one time with my young son when he was a child, and we saw a man walking across the street, kind of looking over his shoulder and hunched, and my son actually recognized the man had a belief. There was nothing going on. The man clearly had a belief that he was not safe, that he was going to be attacked at any moment. I mean, it's true that at some point in time he probably was attacked, and maybe at some point in time he might be attacked again. But what about going through life in that virtual reality as if that's a potential in every moment? What he's missing. We're interested in Hakomi in how the indicators of our way of organizing experience give us a sense of the ways we limit life and cause ourselves unnecessary suffering, but mostly cause us to miss out on some kind of nourishment that would be possible if we organized differently. So we're looking at, it's not that we want to move from life is not safe to life is always safe. We want to look at the possibility of waking up to the moment as it is, seeing whether or not it's safe, relaxing if it is, and having that be one way of having a life experience for us. So when we're tracking for indicators in Hakomi, we're actually allowing the person to express something that they may not be conscious of. The beliefs and organizing principles that are actually really the foundation for the way they experience life are mostly outside of consciousness. So the person is not going to come in and start telling us about them. What the person is telling us about is what they're conscious of. And what's outside of consciousness is still being expressed, but it's being expressed non-verbally, in their way of speaking, in their whether they look at us or not, in their posture, in the way they hold themselves, in their habits, even the habits that just show up right away in the first few minutes as we're being with someone. So we're wanting to listen to the story, yes, but we're more interested in listening to how they're telling the story and how they're being in relationship to us. That gives us a real clue to the outside of consciousness